This is a demonstration on how to use Scribus to edit pages for the ADempier Documentation Project. The template pages have three types of pages. A page that introduces a chapter, you'll have one of those in each chapter. In each chapter you'll have some pages, you may need some pages like this second page, that dominantly explain a concept, but the bulk of your pages will be like this third page that explains step-by-step instructions on how to use the program. What you'll do is click on the page or select the page. You go up to Page, Copy. So now I'm copying the third page and putting a page like it at the end of the document. And so now I have two pages that I can put instructions on. You'll notice that under Page you can delete pages or move pages as well. You want to work within the template and not delete and copy on top of it. For instance, I'm going to demonstrate how to do chapter 6. You can click in the text box and just change the sections of it to match the chapter that you're working with. Chapter 6 is Open Items. In the ADempier Wiki, you can see an index of the ADempier program. The index matches the menu that comes up with the ADempier program. And there will be chapters to correspond with each of these sections in the index. There's an introductory chapter, there's a chapter that explains the application, the basics of the application. Chapter 3 is partner relations, 4 is quote to invoice, 5 is requisition to invoice, 6 is open items, and then you can see the rest of the chapters here. This is in the ADempier Wiki index. So I know that I'm working on chapter 6. Now notice that I'm not going to delete it and add it. I'm going to work within the font that is already set up, because I've already set up this template so that the colors and the size and the fonts match the specifications for this document. And then the next thing I do I would go into the text box and I would edit then the items that are going to be included in this chapter. I take that from the menu, from the index menu. There's two different text boxes on most pages. There's the text box that has instructions, and then there's a Try This text box. In the Try This text box, you can edit the text box by right-clicking and opening Edit Text Box, or you can come up to Edit Text Box. The text that we're working in is Verdana. For the Try This text box, we're working in italics. So you can choose Verdana Italics, Verdana Regular, or Verdana Bold. The words Try This are in bold, and then if there are any items in the text that are names of sections of the program, those are also in bold. Notice that the reference to the figure, for each page there should be a reference to the figure on that page. It's in parentheses with a capital on the S and a period after it. The first number in the figure is the chapter, so this will be chapter 6, figure 6 then, and the next number, the point after the point, is for the page. Since this is the first page, then I'll just leave it figure 6.1. You can change size and you can change colors, but everything in the template is pretty well set up for you. You should just have to change the text. So go File, Update the Text, and Edit, and Exit. You'll need to change the title for the chapter in the bottom left-hand corner. So I'm going to change this to Chapter 6, Open Items. And notice that I didn't delete the font entirely because I wanted to keep the same font style and the same font colors that I had before. So now I can change that on all of the pages throughout this chapter. That's one thing you'll probably want to do right off the bat, so that as you copy pages, you'll have the right chapter title in the bottom. Okay, let me show you now how to work with the caption box. I'm going to edit the text box. Again, it's in Verdana. It's in Verdana regular, but the size for the caption boxes is 8-point. The size for the text box and the try this box are 12-point Verdana. Again, you can bold and should bold some of the key words, like this one right here, business partner setup, is bolded because it's a key word that I'm talking about in this page. I'll need to change my figure, so it'll be chapter 6.1. Again, this first number matches the chapter, and the second number is your page number. Okay, the captions should come right underneath the picture so that the top line of the caption box comes just under the bottom line of the picture. You have plenty of room to work here, and you can use these blue lines sort of as lines to work with so that we'll be uniform in layout. I'm going to now change the picture and get a picture that matches. I right-clicked in my picture box, then I went to Get Item, and now I'm going to choose a picture that I want to use for this page. So it's brought in the new picture, and now I can right-click in it again and adjust the frame to fit the image. I've saved the picture as 5.5, and the guidelines on each page for the pictures give you about 5.5 to 6.5 room to work. And you do want to try to have your pictures as big as possible so that you can see them clearly. Let me show you how to insert a circle. You come up to the shapes, you choose circle, and you put in the circle about the size and location you want it. You can adjust it around. Right click then on it and go down to Properties, come down here to Colors, and up to None. You don't want any fill in it. And then that'll update your picture, your graphic there. So now I've just got the line without the fill on it. Now I can put my caption right back up to match my graphic. Okay. In the Try These boxes, you'll need to insert bullets. The bullets will be flush left with 3 spaces between the bullet and when the text begins. And you have to adjust that manually. Even if you have a second line, you have to adjust it manually. To put a bullet in, you go Insert, Character, and then you add a bullet. And that'll put a bullet in your text. Notice that the first line, the Try This title, is bolded. And then the rest of it is in italics, as I said earlier. Well, those are the basic functions then in Scribus that you'll use for editing the chapters, and I hope that this gives you some ideas.